Hello everybody and welcome to our third installment of the Trial of Trials with our subject today, Ivy, the Stone Gargoyle. And for her weapon today we have the Protector's Hand, a 60 DPS, 20 meter to 58 meter fall off range, 4.45 bullet damage, 13.6 bullets per second, 33 ammunition, 2.44 second reload time, and 572 meter bullet velocity. 50 light melee and 116 heavy melee. This is a spray and pray weapon to its core, but very, very precise fire range. Here are her weapon vitality and spirit investments in case they vary between characters or in case Valve changes them for whatever reason. Here is something I have been leaving out in my videos. The stat increases per level. It's very important that you have this, and if you didn't know this, for some reason Ivy has better spirit power scaling than 7. Don't ask me. And here we have her 1, Entangling Thorns. You throw out this little projectile that summons a patch of choking thorns that damage and slow enemies in the radius. The damage scales with spirit power, but the movement speed does not. And there is a bonus though at the end. The enemies caught in the thorns for 2 seconds are immobilized for 1.6 seconds. That is a big payoff and should be gotten into very early. And here is what her thorns look like. You throw out this little ball and then it just throws up thorns everywhere, slowly ticking over damage and slowing things in that radius. I do also highly recommend getting charges for it early, as the cooldown is fairly long, so always having a charge up is very useful. Here we have her 2, Kudzu Connection. This is one of her beginning abilities that only works if you have someone around. It replicates 35% of healing, has 15% bullet lifesteal, it scales with spirit power, and 10% fire rate. And also something that it doesn't have as stat-wise is that it ignores the movement speed penalty while shooting while you are tethered to somebody. So you can both actually move a lot faster. So here we can see I'm a little damaged. My Apollo's taking a little bit of aggro while I'm having to back off, and I just decided to tether to him to make sure that he's topped off, and I keep my healing right on me so that we can both make sure we're at full health in case we get dove by the Abrams at Doorman combo. And here we have one of the weirdest abilities to use in theory, because for you personally it's actually not very good because you can't do damage while stunning the target. You are locked into an animation, but the good thing is that you are invulnerable, so it's not good engage for you, but it is good engage for your team. And here is why I say that. So I'm engaging on the Stormman. He's very out of position, but you move really slow, the stun box is really slow, and it makes you very predictable to follow up as soon as the invulnerability ends, whether you back up or engage. And here is what is, in my opinion, perhaps one of the worst ultimates in the entire game. Not just because it is teammate dependent, but because it basically doesn't do anything but help you and your teammate be a little tanky and do just a little bit of damage on the way out. Here is optimally what that, you grab your heavy engage character and you go dive backline with it, and you do your best to keep them alive along the way. Other than that, it's not really useful for anything other than getting you into a good position to use your stone form. So for builds, the best thing that I can tell you is to go a lot of support, and superior duration is really good. Other than that, don't expect to do a lot of damage. I didn't do hardly any damage with stone form, even though I had tank buster and cooldown reduction and improved spirit power. But definitely take healing tempo and whatever support items you can think of, because when you are kudzu to multiple people, it's multiplicative, so the healing that's spread out between everyone feeds back 35% to everyone else in the loop. So definitely keep that in mind whenever you're talking about how to engage with her. I've always kind of been imagining using Colossus and Unstoppable to dive in with her in her stone form, and then you healing burst your whole team and try to ignore CC as best you can. Oh, and needless to say, healing Nova and healing Tempo are practically mandatory. You are the engage. The team collabs around you, so when you dive people and stun them, you pop healing Nova to stop any trade back damage and to feed back to multiple teammates at the same time. Okay, love you, bye!